to her to actually be able to take her out. And if you actually do try to pray, it says it's not necessary, so you can't use prayer against her to hurt her. You can only use pray in this battle in key moments. There we go. There was the flash. Okay, now I'm going to have to go ahead and use the diary. The diary is used on her. She kind of is starting to realize everything that's going on, that she was the reason for all this, and she caused her husband to suffer. She's kind of like, you know, pretty vulnerable now, so you take some time to pray at her at the next turn. Flashes white again. Now, for a few more turns, you're going to have to just regularly attack her. Kind of like the last stretch here. We're actually on the stretch run of this battle. You'll know when she changes up, and you'll see the screen and all. You'll know when it's time. There it is. Screen flashes, and now it's time to use the final item, the coffin, which contains her baby. You use the coffin on her. And now to finish her off, one last set of prayers. And there it is. She flashes some more. She's taken care of. You all kind of like fly away. You'll see all your party members are now reunited. And we go on to the ending of the game. Now the final little bit of text, I can't kind of skip through it. It automatically scrolls through it. But basically, you've stopped the ghost. The ghost is I guess satisfied, or is now leaving the mansion. You've like gotten rid of the haunting that was going on at the mansion. The ghost of Mamiya just kind of floats up into space. As your team talks about how pretty much that Yamamura predicted this would happen. And then that was when you question, was he the husband? You know? So it's one of those things they don't quite tell you, but they kind of tell you. It's one of those deals. And now we go on to the staff roll. So overall, Sweet Home is definitely, as you can see, I'm sorry if it wasn't like the best run. It's my first time doing a playthrough of a role-playing game, but even from just my run of it, you can see how great of a game this really is. Just like there were so many cool elements to it, and even a bunch of stuff I didn't even get to show in the run of it. I really wish they would have taken it, even though it was just based on a movie. They could have gone in their own direction with it. They could have made sequels to it, or at least make some more similar games. They could have made these types of RPGs maybe for the SNES or the PlayStation 1. Now, granted, Capcom did take a lot of inspiration from this when making the Resident Evil series, which isn't a bad thing. Resident Evil is one of my favorite franchises of all time. We have the special thanks here, and usually when you see the special thanks, you know you're just about done with the credits. Presented by Capcom. As the team will now leave the dungeon, or leave the mansion for the final time, you'll see the mansion will actually collapse. So, like, no one can re-enter it or anything. It would have been really cool to see them have, like, maybe it rebuild itself because it was haunted again, or just a whole new place could have been haunted. I mean, the possibilities were endless for a sequel to the game. Now here's, like, kind of a shock ending. A report is complete. All is well. And then the guy asks for comments. Kind of weird. I don't know quite what's going on here. As you can see the whole team together. Comments? And it goes back to the guy. The music kind of kicks in. And you can see that he is still, like, horrified. That he's still transformed. Like, that's the ending. Like, they kind of get you on a last twist. It's really not meant to represent anything. It's just like any other random horror movie. Like Friday the 13th, for example, when Jason pops out of the water at the end of the movie and drags the girl into the water. And it's kind of like that last bit of scare. They try to end it all. But anyway, that's going to wrap up another edition of Play It Through. I'd like to thank you for watching. And of course, I hope you enjoyed.